He has no idea.
Cramer.
I have talked to the heads of almost every single one of these firms in the last 72 hours, and he has no idea what it's like out there. None! And
Anthony Fauci
has no idea what it's like out there. My people have been in this game for 25 years, and they are losing their jobs, and these firms are going to go out of business, and he's nuts. They're nuts. They know nothing.
Well, lads, as we close out 2021, we had some epic defiant L's for the left-hand side. Some fantastic how it started, how it's going losses for these dipshit lefty communist losers over there. You might have remembered this dude over here for being wrong on everything stonk related. I mean, for fuck's sake, this dude just came out last week. This is the strongest economy of all times. This is the best ones as ever. 12 hours later, they go, oh, this is the worst. Even CNN was like, this is the fucking worst. This is way worse than even Carter's economy. Inflation, highest inflation rate in 40 plus years. Well, this dude is as wrong with his stonk information as he is with medical information, but that didn't stop this dude from coming out and saying, hey everybody, when you're out there losing money on my stonk picks, also, we should have the military force jab everybody with an experimental injection. Hold on, what? Hold on, what, bro? I mean, this was November 30th. November 30th. I'll tell you right now, this is going to give you a how it started, how it's going boner. November 30th. He comes out and he says, have the military run it. You might remember this because everybody, this channel included, was making videos going, look at this the soy Lenin over here. Soy Stalin? Nah, Lenin's a better pick. Soy Lenin over here. Trying to engage the military to forcibly, medically, experimentally inject people. Why? Well, because that's the entire point of CNBC. They're selling dick pills and big pharma pills in between all of this dude's bad information on stocks. So of course he's going to come out there and push this. So he says, hey, have the military, we're at war. We're at war, COVID-19. We need to engage the military and give them the weapons that are effective. What kind of weapons are those? M16s? No, we got to give them inoculators. They got to go house to house in Jeeps, jab people up. Because of course, this is the most 100% safe, 100% effective way to fight COVID-19. If you get the shot, you won't get sick, boys. If you have the shot, then you can't spread it. Right, Twitter? Those are your rules. All right? So I guess that from his perspective, it makes sense. From his wrong perspective, again, wrong on everything. And so, again, what was that? November 30th. Have the military do it. Have the military forcibly inject people. December 21st. December 21st, not even a month later. I have COVID, everybody. Wow. That's the fucking confusion. But you've got 15 jabs. Let's not be hyperbolic. He's telling you, he's triple vaccinated. I have COVID, Jim Cramer says. Says he's been triple vaccinated and has a mild case. Oh, I'm sorry, you got a mild case of the mild Omicron? I'm sorry, what, you got the sniffles? But I only got the sniffles in one nostril, everybody. I got a headache, but it's only on one side. Have you seen the symptoms for Omicron, by the way? Sniffles, sore throat, slight headache, little bit of fatigue, slight loss of appetite. We used to call that the fucking cold. But anyway, despite the fact that he's taken 3 experimental jabs that, again, he thinks the military should be forcing onto people, he caught the cold, boys. He got the cold. Okay. That's not even the end. That's not the best of how it started and how it's going. No, that's not the best. That's not even the best part. The best part is when he starts flipping out on the establishment. When he starts flipping out on the Dr. Bidens of the world, the Dr. Jill Bidens, the Dr. Anthony Faucisms. He starts screaming at all of the experts, and he goes, you don't know anything. You don't know anything. Yeah, bro. We've been trying to warn you. That's the entire point. For fuck's sake, talk about getting whiplashed on red pills. On November 30th, you were shilling for the military to inject people based on the information given to you by these esteemed experts known as Dr. Anthony Fauci, who hasn't been wrong on anything, boys. Except for that whole AIDS thing where he killed a bunch of gay dudes and every aspect of COVID at this point. We should have the military run this operation for us. Again, November 30th, December 20th, he has Coof. And then on December 21st, he starts screaming about these people. That's why you don't do this. Is why you listen. Right to try. If you want to engage in this experiment, knock yourself out. If you've done a risk-benefit analysis, if you've done all of this and it works out for you, fine. All right, right to try. Knock yourself the fuck out. But you can't force this. We have not finished phase 3 trials on this. We don't know what the long-term impacts are going to be. They won't even be done until 2025 with this. They put that, what, thalidomide? That was on the market for 3 years. That was fucking babies up for 3 years before that got pulled. And so we don't know what the long-term effects of this are. That's why you can't mandate it. That's why you can't force it. You certainly shouldn't engage the military to do it. And this motherfucker just found this out. But I got a weird feeling that he's going to continue pushing and shilling for this shot, even though he's on his own show screaming. He's like, oh man, I don't understand. I was listening to Dr. Anthony Fauci's, and I got 3 experimental injections, and then I went to a party, and I took a test, and I was negative. He went to an eyes wide shut party, boys, where they definitely weren't fucking and killing kids. And then he goes, everybody at the eyes wide shut party had to test negative, even the sacrificial kids. And then I went to work the next day, and in the morning I tested negative, but in the afternoon I tested positive. Dude, you've taken 3 experimental injections. You're in a building where everybody else has been forced to take 3 experimental injections. Again, are you trying to cause vaccine hesitancy? You guys are testing like crazy. I mean, holy shit. We gotta be running low on them anal test swabs over at CNBC and CNN for sure, boys. But holy shit, again, you're telling me you've got no faith in this vaccine if you've taken 2 tests in 1 day. Holy shit. And so then so now he's apologizing to his partner. He goes, hey man, I'm sorry. I went to a party and I tested negative and everybody else tested negative. I came to work the next day and tested negative. And then after I spent a half day at work, I tested positive and then he got everybody sick. He got his fucking partner sick. And then he starts screaming, these experts, they don't know anything. They don't know anything. This is a wily beast, this COVID. Holy shit.
Last Thursday at 6 a.m., I tested. I used the best there is, the Abbott Binax now. Negative. I then go to work, and at 9 o'clock, I must have been contagious, even if it said that I was negative. Because how else could I infect Carl? And the answer is that this thing is very elusive. Now, I was at a party where I got this. Everyone had to be PCR negative, and everyone said, yeah, prove it. And yet I still came down with it because someone may have switched to being positive or was actually able to give this. I guess what I'm saying is, Carl and David, this thing is just, whatever you hear, whatever expert you get, Dr. Fauci, whatever, I have to tell you, they know nothing. They know nothing. Because I test negative and then I infect my partner. What does that mean? I test negative and 3 hours later, I give it to him. Where are the authorities that are really going to step up and say, you know what, we have no idea what's happening?
Yeah, maybe that's why we shouldn't force people into engaging in medical experiments, asshole. I guess we probably should have learned this with Nuremberg, but I guess, again, for soy Lenins over here and communist drug pushers on CNBC, it's going to take them a little bit longer to figure this out. But we'll have to see. Motherfucker's been wrong on everything. So again, if you get medical advice from this dude, probably don't get medical advice from a dude whose job is to give stonk advice, and his stonk advice is horrible. I mean, if you're tracking this dude's portfolio, it's negative. But there you have it, my friends. I got a weird feeling, again, he'll continue to say that it's totally fine to force people to do this. Weird. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching the video. Support channel. We kept up to date with these losses from the left-hand side. Hit that subscribe button and make way, because the salt must flow.